Protecting our personal information is just as important as protecting our other resources.
Cybersecurity requires continual vigilance. The threats that we faced yesterday, the controls we had in place yesterday, may not address what we're facing tomorrow.
We can help identify risks to agencies to protect people before there's a problem.
In 2017, we had a couple of audits that looked at personal identifiable information. We found some instances where there were social security numbers, there were names, there were birth dates that were not adequately protected, that could have been viewed by people inside the city and county of Denver, not necessarily outside. The 311 system is where people can call up with non-emergency related requests of the city and county of Denver.
Thank you for calling the City and County of Denver. My name is Jill. May I have your first and last name, please?
We were looking at the 311 data to see if there was an area of Denver government that had a predominant complaint about Denver government that would identify a higher risk area of government that we may conduct an audit in. People were calling up, voluntarily giving things like their social security number to the operator who was recording it in a place that was easily accessible by other people working in the city and county of Denver. They were sitting out on the network in an unprotected spot. You know, when there is personal identifiable information, it needs to be segregated so that those people that need access to it can have access to it, and those that don't need access to it can't access it. And what we found was that there were too many employees of Denver that could have accessed a lot of personally identifiable information. When we brought it to the attention of the right people, they took care of it immediately. After looking at the PII information that was vulnerable to in the city and county of Denver, we did not find an instance where it had been compromised. We made recommendations to assure that only the appropriate people have access to personally identifiable information that need it for their job. And we will continue to look at this and other cybersecurity topics well into the future. As long as I am the Denver City Auditor, we will be looking at things like personally identifiable information and cybersecurity. They're just too important and too pervasive in the world that we live in. People could get into our systems and potentially defraud the city and county of Denver. We have no evidence of that, but those potentials are all out there. I think you only have to look at the recent Equifax breach of 145 million transactions or identifiable information for individuals. I want to do everything that we can do to make sure that Denver is not in a position as an Equifax has been. Thanks for all your questions, and you can check out this audit and all audits online at www.denvergov.org/auditor. Ask a question, and maybe next time on Ask the Auditor, we'll be answering your question.